is pretty cancerous. Wanna do a good vibe?
Is it? I don't know, I haven't even looked, man. I don't fucking care about that shit. Yeah, I'm keen, why not? Just send us an invite, brother, and fucking let's roll.
S-Greg, Smoke Daddy 691.
Why? Why the fuck you smurf? Why the fuck you wanna play people that are worse? If I was you, I'd be fucking camping in Japan. Versing fucking the weapons.
It's go time. Let's do this.
I'll be on guard.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cancerous, that fucking...
Round one. Fight.
I'm just turning it all off, I think.
Round two. Fight. GG. You win. Round one. Fight.
S-Greg, cries too early for me.
Round two. Fight. Round one. Fight.
Did you see, were you on last night? Fucking Red Gambit raided me.
Perfect KO. Round two. Fight. KO.
Wowza. GG.
Round one. Fight.
God damn it. If I was good, you'd be dead.
Round two. Fight.
How?
KO.
That fucking heavy kick cross up? Lies.
You lose. Round one. Fight. KO. Round two. Fight.
God damn it. Forgot about that, like, pass-through thingy. Chose to grab.
Round one. Fight. two. Fight. Final round. Fight.
No! Can't! GG.
You lose.
S correct.
It's
Buttons.
go time.
Stop. Pressing them. S correct. BTW, I noticed that you weren't late touching. S correct. You know how to do it or just bad at timing it.
Well, I don't look at the game the way that you do. Like, the way that you fundamentally think of the game and the way that it's played with the meta of now it's my turn to use moves because I'm +6 on block or -6 on block or whatever. Like, that's not how I think that the game should be played. Now, I could be completely wrong, right? I'm not saying that I'm right at any point or time at all in this, right? And I understand that that is the mechanics of the game, right? I understand how framework, like, is played out. I know how this works, but I don't think that it should be the core fundamental way that you play and structure your actions on. Like, the way I see it is like, I don't care if, like, I'm pressing buttons. Like, I knew that last time, like, I knew that you were going to come in and meaty twice and then grab. And, like, I know when you're watching for my EX bar at the bottom, like, I'm just testing the water. I don't care if you win. Like, I'm only focused on improving my results. And at the moment, like, winning a match doesn't matter to me one bit at all, ever. Like, right now, winning matches is irrelevant. Like, I still need to learn how to use fucking light punch. Like, forget about the battles. I'm still on light punch, mate. Like, pretty much everything I've ever done in my entire life that I've, like, fucking aced, people have told me that I'm doing it wrong, and that, like, the way that it should be done is, like, X or Y ways, whereas I'm over here doing my, like, D way or whatever. Like, this is unsafe, isn't it? I don't know about that. like, sure, on paper it says it's unsafe, but in application, like, when I actually am good at the game, like, that is going to be such a fucking incredible skill to have. And the fact of the matter is, like, it might get countered most times, but the fact is I'll have the ability to do it any time. Cancel out of any move. And
the jury has a 50/50ths with B skill depending on its amount of charge. So it's pretty good. As correct, controlling the amount of charge is the skill to it.
Exactly. It's a timer, right? Like, so if we're up in each other's grill, like, it doesn't matter if it's come in on a string on block or a connective hit, right? Like, you break your own combo string just to confuse someone that much more. Like if you're in the advanced attack, like, if you're going in hard and you're gonna make them piss and you pretty much know that, and then you do that and pull back, like, it just breaks tempo completely. And, like, even though you've just given up the position of power or, like, aggression, and a very comfortable one at that, like, you've completely destroyed your own patterning system, therefore it makes you harder to read in the future. Like, the fact that winning a match doesn't matter. Like, it's, you know, what is it, like, yeah, sure he won the battle, but did he win the war? Because I'm here to win the war. I don't care about the battle.
Late tech is a fundamental skill in SF4 and SF5.
Yes, for sure.
You are gonna have to learn it eventually. Most people accidentally learn it though. Late tech makes it so that they can't throw you in block strings and can't 50/50ths your wake-ups.
Yeah, see,
That's
like...
correct. People will not respect your playstyle if it can be exploited.
And that's fine. Like, I want it to be exploited. I want to know every little possible flaw that I can of it. Like, I want everyone to exploit it to the shit, so then I know how to fix it. But not only that, at this point in time right now, like, I don't have a play style. Like, literally, I'm still learning light punch.
As correct, links get auto-deleted, so I am a DM you this.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. I've got to fucking check it out. Have you got Discord? Yeah, you're in that fucking Discord chat server, aren't you? Like, the funny thing is, you know, everyone's got their own certain way of how they...
Correct. You need to watch that, please. It's an alternative to pressing buttons. Mixing this, buttons, walking and other options will make your defense better.
Yes, yes,
He'll
You're
DM
not-
on Discord.
You're not listening to me here, man. Like, just stop for a second. Like, I'm not saying that my play has no flaws or anything like that. In fact, it is just a flaw. The entire play is just bad, right? Like, I am still practicing light punch. Like, I don't know how else to explain how basic and dumb I am right now. Like, I'm still practicing light punch. Get that in your head. I do not have the ability or mental capacity at the moment to fix elements in my play because I still can't fucking do light punch, cunt. Okay?
As correct, bruh, are you sure you're not past the light punch phase? As correct,
Yes.
you're doing hectic VT strings and shit.
Yes, I'm very sure. And this is where my fundamentals, like, are different to everyone else's. Because the way that I see it is, if I'm going to be #1 jury, fucking whatever, then I better fucking have the ability to fucking be that. Like, and in my opinion, someone that claims to be something like that should, by all rights, find it quite simple to do light punch, light punch, light punch, light punch with crouching in between and not fuck it up. Right? Now, I can't do that because I fucking suck. So I'm still stuck on light punch.
Mr. Third Wheel, everyone learns at different rates.
Like, now you might think, what the fucking hell is the point of learning that? Right? Now, it's very intimidating, it will be very intimidating later on when I actually know how to press light punch. Right? When I'm in someone's face and I actually know how far away I am from that person, like, you know, I'm a well-versed player that is decent, which I'm obviously not now, but once, like, that is all said and done, and, you know, because if you think about teabagging, like, when people do that shit, like, just think of it as teabagging, but with light punches involved. So if someone teabags you, you can teabag them back, but just make them look really bad. Because when it does come down to it, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter about character matchups or character selections. It's the player versus the player. It's a mental game, and if you've got a fucking unbreakable mental game with, you know, if you're toxic and dark, you've got a good chance that you'll come out on top.
Is correct, but SRSLY give the video I linked you on Discord a try sometime. Or at least look over it.
I certainly will. Like, and thank you very much. I appreciate all knowledge that you are prepared to give me, and I am sorry that I am too slow and stupid to listen to what you're saying. And it's not because you don't know what you're saying, or that you're wrong, or that you're right. I don't know. I'm shit, man. I'm noob. Like, that is all that it is. Like, it's just, I'm bad. I'm not good enough yet to, like, you know, take the knowledge that you want to give me and then apply it into the game. I'm just not there yet, man. I know it seems like I might be, but I'm not. Like, I know myself. Like, I used to play Street Fighter 4. You know, and fucking when I started playing that game, man, like, it did my head in. I was like, why can I not fucking do this move? Like, I just wanted to do a Hadouken, you know what I mean? Like, and I just couldn't do a Hadouken. I felt really, really, really fucking pathetic and shit. I was like, it troubled me. I was like, I'm fucking good at computer games. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, you know, fucking, like, it did my head in, man. And, like, fucking, you know, that was back in the day when we had, well, I was using controller, and, like, I used to get blisters on my thumb, like, because I don't know why. I just, fucking, my brain couldn't understand that down forward was a thing. And it fucking, like, just because of the simplicity of what it was that I couldn't achieve, like, I was in a really bad state for a while there. But I just, like, went at it non-stop, finally learnt. Like, I used to fucking have this oil that I had, like, to oil my thumb up, because it's just, like, there was that much friction, bro, like, fucking, like, massaging that control, like, fuck that. Dumb cunt. Like, you know, I'm a loser by heart. Like, I know that losing a game equals, like, you know, winning is the result of someone's consistency or dedication towards losing, basically. Like, the heavier you lose, the greater you will be able to win later on. Because, you know, if I've been in a battle and I've lost 10,000 battles, and you've, like, been in fucking a couple battles and you've fucking, like, won 1,000, who's gonna win? You know? The dude that's lost 10,000 battles, or the dude that's won 1,000? Like, you know, I'm putting my money on the guy that's fucking had his ass caned his entire life, you know? Because fucking he would have seen a lot of shit. So, yeah. Like, when it comes down to fun, like, see, the last community that I was in, I didn't listen to their rules either, and, like, I became the world's best. I'm not saying that's going to happen here, but it has happened before. You know, like, different communities, different skill levels. Like, that skill level base in that community was shocking. Like, it literally was. But, you know, even then, all the way up to the top, there was just still no one that had taken it to that next level. You know what I mean? So I ended up getting fucking exiled, basically, for being, like, too good, essentially. Like, I got removed from Reddit, I lost my Twitch account, and Twitter I was banned, official forums I was banned permanently. I'm on a 3-month ban from Steam now, like right now, for taking a message that someone had sent me and then changing the name from Sash to one of my friends' names, and then I posted that on the forums and I got banned for 3 months. And that was a message delivered to me. And I got banned for it for 3 months. Like, yeah. How's this? Like, it's got to the point where if someone got banned just for saying my name. Like, when I saw it, like, I was like, wow, really? Are you serious? That's just like, now they're being silly, like, not even trying to hide that it's fucking, like, under the table. Fuck's sake.
Your opponent is using their main character.
Is correct, yeah, you can turn the ads off. It's pretty jank.
Yeah, I'm turning all that shit off, boy. I don't want to fucking I don't care about fight points. Whatever. I care about skill points. I'm here to gain skill points, not fight points. Fuck. See, I stopped pressing block halfway through that Shoryuken. Well, that's how fucking retarded I am. Right, come on. See, like, I need to be in that situation where it just happened there 100,000 times. I don't need to be safe. I need to be unsafe 100,000 times so that when it happens accidentally, I know exactly what the fuck is going on. Beatty, Beatty.
You win.
Like, I don't think not enough people that play this game give enough credit to learning it properly. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking tech, man. See, I know I'm copping hits now, but I'm still doing it. You know why? Because I want to see what happens with the result. I don't care about winning. I need to know circumstance. Like, sometimes I care about winning. I'm like, fuck, I was fucking wrong, like, no. But realistically, it doesn't matter. So, you know, that's just emotion being retarded. Like, see, I just wanted to know if I could get that light punch in when he was, like, jumping in with the kick.
You win.
I don't care if fucking, like, lose or, like, get stunned and I lose there, like, what does it matter? I'm just bronze. Like, it doesn't...
The opponent's rank up.
Even if I struggle and try my fucking hardest to, like, listen to everyone and fucking do it like everyone else says, like, I'm not gonna get anywhere. Like, really? Like, fucking, I'm just gonna be a fucking gold platinum rookie like everyone else. Like, I don't want to be that. And that's not why I'm here. Like, so I'm doing it the way that I think it should be done, and that's properly, and I'm still learning light punch. Because, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know fuck all about what I can achieve with light punch yet. And then maybe we'll move on to maybe something a little bit more exotic, like maybe a light kick.
Dominate. Whatever you want, you got to commit all the way in and think in terms of domination, not a spectator. You don't want to be a spectator, folks. Spectators pay, players get paid. What I want to talk to you today about is, like, how do you get to that next level? My whole life, whether I was doing well or doing very poorly, which I have, I've always wanted to know, how do I get to that next place? Okay, how do I get myself individually, as an individual, to that next place? How do I get my business to the next place? How do I get other people to the next place? So when Alex says that he stole my guy, it's true, he did. And I admire him for being a predator. Today, what I want to talk to you about is how to dominate and not compete. The truth is, the fact that Alex could take one of my guys doesn't make him a bad guy. It makes my system weak. I shouldn't resent him because he grabbed somebody out of my organization. Hoorah for him. Would you agree? Shame on me for not having the holes or the links tight enough in my organization that this guy wouldn't leave. It's not his fault. It's not Alex's fault. It's my fault. So look, at my life, I mean, what I'm going to give you for the next 50 or 60 minutes, look, if you want to get rich, you want to be really successful. When I say rich, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about a rich life. freedom, time with family, choices, get to do what you want. You get to move where you want, go where you want, do what you want. I've lived in Los Angeles, California for 10 years. I was in La Jolla, California for 12 years before that. I left Texas, 0% state income tax. To move to California, was willing to pay the 10.3. I was fine with the 10.3. Now they want to take it to 13. And I told Jerry Brown, if you raise it to 13, I'm leaving. I'm gonna pick up my family, I'm gonna pick up my business. Why? Because I'm free. I'm free. I get to roll, baby. I get to do what I want, go where I want. That's why I'm in business for myself. I'm not trapped, I'm not a slave. You're not gonna handcuff me. So I'm gonna go where it's friendly, where people are supportive, where it's good for me and my business and my family, and the people that work with me, and where it's good for me. And I would expect that that's why you got in business for yourself. Right? Look, if you want to be in business for yourself and free, you must learn to dominate. You cannot compete. Okay? How many were trained this? Competition is a healthy thing. That message was not being delivered to entrepreneurs. That message was being delivered to consumers. There was somebody saying, look, the more oil companies we have, the better, because it's good for the customer. Right? The more technology companies we have, it's not just Microsoft, the better for the customer. And inventions and improvements in products comes from competition. But if you're the one playing the game, you want to dominate the field. Would you agree? Let's say I'm playing a football game or a basketball game or a baseball game. I want to be on offense the whole time. Right? If I owned banks, I'd want to own every bank. I'd want the new world order. I'd want to dominate planet Earth. Okay? How many of you in the room have an iPhone? How many in the room have a phone that looks like, let me see, where's mine at? I never let go of my phone, ever. You know why? Because this phone is a prospecting tool. This phone is a way for me to stay in communication with millions of people. This is not a phone anymore. Right? When Steve Jobs got into the business of printing phones, do you know what his company told him? Stevie, don't do it. Do not do it. Stay with your iPods, bro. Leave the phone alone. Okay? He's like, I'm gonna make a phone so sexy. Y'all know this story? I'm gonna make a phone so sexy that people will wanna lick the buttons off the phone. How many of you have an Apple product, an iPhone? How many of you have licked your phone? Okay? Most of you in a room bought that phone in the last 5 years. You bought it through the single worst contraction in the history of the United States, and you spent $500 on it, plus the $125 you spend every month. Right? You got about $2,000 wrapped up in a phone, and you haven't even considered what you paid for that phone. And you don't use it. You don't use it properly. And I'm telling you, if you don't have a piece of technology like this, it's impossible for you to dominate. Impossible. This is called a smartphone. If you don't have a smartphone, what kind of phone do you have? That would be a dumb phone, right? I got a dumb phone. I got one of those old Blackberries. All I can do is email with it. Dude, you want this thing to do everything. You want this thing. I want to be everywhere, all at the same time. That's freedom. So I want to talk to you about domination, not competition. And I don't want to talk about you dominating other people physically. I want to talk about dominating space by using things like Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn and Google Plus and blogging and becoming an expert in your field to where when somebody thinks about your business, your picture comes up. If that's not happening, you are going to blame the marketplace. The marketplace will deliver pain to the people that compete. Why? Because they're all competing. And then there's this one guy way out in the lead. He doesn't compete, right? That's where you want to be. That's how you have to think now. Okay, you're in a new economy. How many believe this economy, the one you're in right now, is extremely fragile, filled with tremendous amounts of uncertainty? How many agree with that? Okay? How many agree also, come 2013, when this election gets handled, whether it's Mitt or whether it's Mr. Barack Obama, whoever it is, okay, how many believe they got their hands full? We haven't even solved the debt problem yet. Okay? You think this thing couldn't roll over again? I'm here to tell you it can. And you know who's gonna feel the pain? The people that compete. Who will cherish that moment? But the people that dominate space. Why? Because people that dominate like contractions. people that are extremely well-versed, well-trained. You know, if I'm training for a ball game, right, I'm the best trained team, I like a muddy field. I like it wet. I like ice on the field. Would you agree? Because my competition is not as well trained. I want to dominate space. I actually look for opportunities of contraction. Trust me, folks, in your lifetime, you're going to see another contraction more severe than the one you saw in 2007. More severe. Does that scare you? Scares me. It scares me enough to say, hey, buddy, you better get busy. I was 51 years old when Lehman's collapsed. Okay, let me see, is that right? No, I was 49 years old when Lehman's collapsed. I had never written a book in my life. It was on Thursday afternoon. Lehman's, it had been made clear that Bear Stearns and Lehman's were done. Okay, on that day, I started writing a book. By Sunday, I was finished with this book. I wrote the chapters between Thursday and Saturday. Okay, on Sunday, I started writing the book. In 3 hours, it was finished. This book is about, on that day, I wrote, all people on planet Earth became salespeople when Lehman's collapsed. Because money wasn't available anymore. Who did well? How many people just got wiped out of real estate? The pretenders did. Right? The guy that was at Pizza Hut and now he got in the mortgage business, he can't make 700 grand anymore, can he? Truth is, he never deserved the 700. See, the marketplace will always discipline people that aren't prepared. Success loves preparation. It loves it. It admires it. It just flows money back to it. Success loves preparation. And the marketplace will discipline those that are just stuck in the pack. So today I'm not going to talk to you about dominating your market or even dominating your competition, but I want to start thinking about how are you dominating yourself? Like, what do you think the number one thing that most of us have our attention on every day? And one of the things that makes these conferences so beautiful is you get pulled out of some of that noise out there. Would you agree? Who do you think your number one competition, number one problem in real estate today is? Yourself? Okay, who else? Who else could it be? Say again? Absolutely the people around you. Anytime I have production stall in any of my companies, the first thing I look at, I don't look for talent. I look to get rid of people. First thing I do every time, who can I get rid of? I'm looking for somebody to freaking kill. I need to get rid of somebody. You know why? Because I push with so much force into my universe, into my businesses, whether it's buying real estate, apartments, whether it's pushing rents up, whether it's doing my seminar business, my book business. I push so hard that if I'm not getting results all the time, somebody has to be pushing back. Somebody in my organization actually has to have the intention, conscious or unconscious, to hold me up. The first thing I'm gonna do is start getting rid of people. Okay, who is it? Who is it? I'm looking for the cancer in my organization. You know, you talk about people dying from disease. Look, people die from negativity every day. They just got to wait 80 years to make it official. How many of you know negative people? How many in the room have been negative before? You have been negative. You know why? Because the number one dominating force on planet Earth is the media. It's the media. The media, 800 TV channels spew negativity onto the American public and every other country on planet Earth. They just puke it on you. Oh, but I watch Fox. Good. They puke at Fox and they do it MSNBC. It's just you're in agreement with the puke. I got some conservative puke. I got some liberal puke. Right? And you got Stossel in the middle. He's like, okay, I'm just an independent puker. Dude, puke is puke. You agree? Just because you got used to it. I like O'Reilly's puke. I like Hannity's puke. I use every one of the news channels. If you'll see me on TV doing news one day, okay? I don't want to. I make it. See the shift? You see the slight shift? Don't watch the news. Decide when you leave here today to make the news. Right? You don't read the newspaper. You write newspaper articles. You don't read books. Yeah, read them, but learn to write them. And you don't need to take a break. You don't need to spend the night. This was sold 40,000 copies of this one book, and it was self-published. It's never, ever, ever been in a bookstore. A guy writes me, says, man, you got misspelled words all in that book. I'm like, yeah? Yeah, what? So what? Where are they? 123, 128, 134, 165, 134. I'm like, yeah. And bad grammar, too. I'm like, so what's your point, dude? Man, you got misspelled words in the book. It's a bestseller, bitch. The word bitch, look it up in the dictionary, means a complainer, a whiner, an excuse maker. I wear a little band on my pin here, on my wrist here. It's a little black band, and it says, champion, dominate. And on the other side, don't be a little bitch. That's right. Because I don't need it. I need to get rid of the whiners, the excuse makers. Oh my God, it's the market. It's the market. Oh my God. Prices. Oh, inventory. Okay. 9 months ago, there's too much inventory. Now, too little inventory. Human beings have so many excuses. It's unbelievable. You know why? Because you watch the news too much. Because you've agreed to receive news, not make news. So when Lehman's collapsed, I watched 25 years of hard work either dissipate, and I'd done everything right. Everything, okay? Conservative, never used high leverage. Sometimes I'll put 40% or 50% down on a deal. Everything cash flows from day one. I didn't do any of the stuff all the problem makers did. All the over leverage, the debting, all the builders that have never been disclosed that really created this problem. It wasn't the banks, it was the builders bringing product to the banks. Born 115%, building product that couldn't be sold yet, making up actual buyers for the product, okay? I didn't do anything wrong yet. Was I caught up in it? All my assets get frozen. I got a bank that I owe $42 million to. The bank goes under. A new bank comes in. They don't know me. They're like, hey, let's go. Right? Because my loan's maturing. Values had gone down. And I'm sitting with my wife saying, oh, my God, man. I got 4 businesses, and they're all on stall. Engines dying. What does this mean, man? My wife's an actress, okay? What does this mean? I said, baby, this is the biggest opportunity of our lifetime. It's the biggest. It's the monster, okay? Now, here's the problem with it. You're going to 40% less than you've seen me before. Okay, you're not going to see me much. Because I'm going to go out into the marketplace right now, and I am going to literally cover up. This is my moment to expand into the marketplace while everybody was doing what? What was everybody doing for 3 years? All of them retracted. Okay? This is my moment to dominate, not compete. So that's really what I want to tell you about today. I want you to walk out thinking, how do I dominate? Not other people. How do I start dominating my own self, my own time? If you know what day it is, you're not busy enough. Okay? Oh man, I can't wait till Friday. Dude, I don't even, what day is it right now? You should know it's Monday. You should be busy. You should be, but Grant, Sunday is the Lord's day. It's the day we take off. You need to reread that whole deal. God created the universes in 6 days and took a break. Okay? Everybody's stuck on the Sunday, okay? You forgot about the part he did before that. I know people taking Saturdays and Sundays off and they didn't create anything all week. True or not true? Look, I hear about the unemployment numbers every day. I said, I sure wish they'd talk about all the people that are employed that don't deserve a job. Because there's millions of those still in the marketplace. And the next time we get another contraction, those people are going to get delivered pain. That's what the marketplace does, man. It basically disciplines anybody that refuses to discipline themselves. It's the correction. So look, here's the deal. I might be wrong in what I say, okay? I might be wrong in the things I do in my life and the business that I started. My family's told me not to start every business that I've been involved in. Every one of them. Every one of them was a risk. Every one of them I had to take a chance. I remember my mom used to tell me, I wouldn't do that if I were you. I wouldn't do that if I were you. I wouldn't do that if I were you. I'm like, Mom, you wouldn't do anything. Well, you wouldn't do anything except be the mother, a great mother to 5 children. My mother wasn't an entrepreneur. She didn't have my dreams. Just because she's my mom doesn't mean she dreams like me. Would you agree? Okay? My mom was wrong about everything she told me not to do. Love my mom to death. That unbelievable friend of mine, she was wrong. I needed to do those things. Okay? Steve Jobs needed to build this phone. Would you agree? Did he help a lot of people? Did he make some money while he was doing it? $119 billion in 5 years. In the bank. Cash. I'm not talking about I'm talking about done in the bank, sitting there. Okay? Brings a great product to the marketplace. Domination or competition? Total domination. Coca-Cola, competition or domination? Total domination. Okay? Exxon, total domination. You see what I'm saying? You want to be in a dominating point, okay? So what we got to do is we got to get you thinking. We got to get you thinking like the dominators think. How do they act? How does Warren Buffett act? What does Warren Buffett do with his time all the time? Those are the people I study today. I don't study the people that I went to school with, the teachers I went to school with. I don't even study my own family members. Okay? I'm looking for people that are way up here that I can say, hey, what are they doing? Because they're doing it right. My dad died when he was 52 years old. My dad worked his whole life to provide for 5 kids and his wife, and he did his job, and then he died. That's not the program I want to get on. Is that the program you want to be on? My dad died, he bought his dream house 9 months before he died. He leaves 2 10-year-old boys, one of me. I'm a twin. 2 10-year-old boys, never got to enjoy us. I never got to enjoy him. Why? Because he worked so hard with no concept of freedom. He had a good job, he made some money, but he was basically imprisoned in his thinking that work is hard. It is. It's difficult to compete. Would you agree? Real estate's difficult. How many agree it's difficult? And when it gets good, what happens? Everybody comes into it, right? And then you're like, what's this guy doing? Okay, what's this guy doing right now? So I look to surround myself with people that can dominate, people that are certain, okay? People that know what they're doing, people that are in control. So when I say I'll be uncertain, I might be wrong. I might be wrong about it. Would you agree? Like I'm leaving California. I might be wrong, but I'm certain in my wrongness. Somebody said, how do you know you're going to like Miami? Look, I've already made a decision. I'm going to Miami. I'm moving to Miami. I'm going to like Miami. Why don't you go try it out? Don't need to try it out. I'm committed. Of course I need a realtor. Okay, no offense, but it's a dumb question. Why would you ask me, do I need a realtor? Do you think I don't need a realtor? No, I got the internet. I mean, really. See, those things you're asking out of an old economy. You got to change some of your pitch. You got to think different. Austin, Texas. I don't own anything in Austin 1 year ago. Last October, I'm in an exchange out of California. I find a piece of property on the internet. It's called the Monolino Apartments in Round Rock, Texas. Anybody know that property? Property's been on the market for 10 months. It's 242 units. It cash flows right now. It's a great property, 10 years old. I call this guy the king of Austin commercial real estate. Charles, Grant Cardone from Los Angeles, California. I want to buy Round Rock. Yeah, sure. This guy's the king. He's a legend. Okay. We see all legends have this cycle where they legend and then they lose interest. And they keep coasting as legends, and then what happens? They're not running the game anymore. They don't want to dominate. They're resting on yesterday's laurels. They're not reading anymore. They're not studying anymore. They're not coming to conferences anymore. Right? They're not in the game anymore. They're not preparing anymore. I'm listening to the phone call, okay? Because I think everything I think is in terms of dominating. Everything, every phone call I'm on, every email, I'm looking all the time for that moment where I can seize an opportunity like Alex did with stealing some of my people. Okay? Okay? A true American he is. I like that about you, dude. Okay? See, that's a guy I can trust. That's the kind of guy I'd want to be in a partnership with. Not somebody I wouldn't trust. Why? Because he's aggressive, dude. He's a winner. That's why you came. people. Hey, you resting? God, man, when you gonna take a vacation? I mean, get a little break. You know, my assistant said, you need to get some rest. I'm gonna get to a hotel when you red-eye into Orlando tonight. I'm gonna get you a hotel. I'm like, hey, man, I don't need a hotel. I asked you for a hotel. Don't be stupid. Hey, you don't know if I'm tired or not. You're tired. You go get some rest. I'm fine. How many of you not? If you ever seen anybody die from work, I want to see your hand. You ever seen that happen? Ain't gonna happen. People are dying every day. They don't get burned out. You don't get burned out. You lose your purpose.
You are currently
You
ranked
lose your
in
purpose.
the top
You lose your
5,000
meaning. When I'm tired, I look at
Oceania.
my purpose. What's my purpose? Okay, what's my purpose? Oh, my game's not big enough. My game's not big enough. My game's not big enough. I'm not interested anymore. Right? So here I am, Lehman's collapse, it folds up. I got real estate tied up. Okay, I start blowing these books.
Round
Every
one.
6 months I'm writing a book.
Fight!
And then I start expanding back in the marketplace with real estate. I start looking for opportunities in real estate. I call the car guy up. I'm like, hey, that 242 units is what he's doing. Go! You guys work with. Dude, I'm the easiest clothes you'll ever get in. What am I doing right now? He's like, look, the seller wants full price. How much is on the market? On the market. I don't tell Charles to show the price. This is what I tell Charles.
Jeez,
I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna close in 30 days. I'm going there tomorrow. I'll be there tomorrow. I'm on a plane tomorrow. Would you
Round two.
come over there and meet me? Okay, it's 40,000 miles for me, and it's probably 18 miles for you. I'm gonna pay full price for it, Charlie. Okay, it's gonna be the easiest deal you ever did in your whole freaking life. Okay? I guarantee I'll get a loan or I'll pay cash. Would you meet me there? What am I doing right now? Got it. Huh? I'm selling. No, this ain't begging. Please, Charlie. Please. I'm selling Charlie right now. Why? A buyer is to sell. To get a loan, I gotta sell the bank. You gotta sell the bank. You're business people. And every business
Final
person
round.
has to sell. You show me a business that doesn't have to sell. If they steal the inventors, world changers, the universe, they do all these things, not one tweet. And there was hundreds of tweets. Not one tweet said, Steve.
Believe it or not, I'm pretty busy.
Why?
Get out of my face!
We have a hate, a dislike. You don't even watch it.
Play ball! Got it!
I call myself a tell me somebody dislikes it. If you go to India, you go to Mexico, or you go to China, and I walk in a room and say, I am a master
No! Rage quit!
selling as a neurosurgeon knows about the brain. I know when somebody says budget, it's over our budget, I actually know that that means they'll go over their budget. You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't understand when somebody says they have a budget. If you really break that down, you'd understand that they're actually saying, I bought from everybody except you. And that's why I put a budget in place. I'm trying to control my urge to purchase. So when somebody says to me, but it's more money than we planned on. Oh, I'm with you. Sign right there. It won't be the first time. All right, you're right. Let's do it. The product's too much money. Do you hear that objection? You knew that before you called me. And you still made the phone call. Let's go see it today. Okay? I'm selling a piece of real estate and I'll come back to the Round Rock story. My house is being sold in Hollywood. Every realtor in town told me it was too much money. Every realtor. Too much money. They said I was idiot. They said I was stupid. They said he's insane. Okay? The person that's going to buy my house is going to be a billionaire. It doesn't matter. $1 million here, $1 million there. It doesn't matter. Right? Does he overpay for everything? A guy that's worth $39 billion. Does he overpay for stuff? Huh? What do you think? every day. So why shouldn't he overpay for my house? What's the difference, man? Come on, bro. It's just money. Let's roll. But selling my real estate in Hollywood during a tough market, I have to keep the realtor sold. You got to stay certain. How do you know it's overpriced? Alex was showing you numbers today. You were wrong for the last 30 years. Right? Miami, you can't buy anything in Miami. They said they had 10 years of condo stock in Miami. Dude, they got 2 months of condo stock or less. Okay? If you look at the prices in Miami, they are straight up and vertical. It's the hottest real estate market in the country. You got people from Argentina, Brazil coming in. You got people from Russia and Europe and France saying, this is cheap. This is a steal. See, people in the neighborhood never change the market. You know why? Because they're looking in the rearview mirror. How many of you drive a car? Next time you get in your car, I want you to pay attention to the windshield. Okay? It's that big. The rearview mirror is about that big. I could take my rearview mirrors out, jerk them out of my car because I have all my attention up in front of me. The other thing is I go extremely fast, so I don't have people on the side of me. I'd rather the ticket. I want to get there quick. I value my time. Do you? Right? So this Charles Sakari guy's like, oh my God, you're going to come out here. You really a buyer. Have you looked over stuff? Dude, I'll pay the full price. I'll do the deal. And what I realized with Charles Sakari was the wrong broker to list this property. He was doing this to everybody. He wasn't doing it just to me. Okay? I bought the property, paid full price, closed on a Thursday, put it back on the market the following Thursday for $18.6 million. Closed in 3 months for $18.3 and I paid $6. This happened 6 months ago. In Austin, Texas, tough market to buy a product in. Would you agree? Multi-family product, B quality. A lot of institutions could look at that kind of product. It's big enough, okay? Look, you got to get in the game to dominate the game. You got to look for every opportunity. How many believe you're missing opportunities right now? They're coming past you. They're there. You got to get in the game. You can't be in a newspaper. You can't be on TV. You can't be watching Anderson Cooper in his little tight T-shirt and he comes out and thinks it's big news. I'm like, dude, everybody knew. Come on, bro. Okay? Biggest problems, okay? Number one, biggest problem is uncertainty. It's not competition. It's not the banks. It's not leverage. It's not competition. It is uncertainty. You're uncertain. If you're uncertain, I'm uncertain. Would you agree? You get uncertain, I don't know if I should do it or not. Number two, obscurity. I don't know who you are. If you don't know who I am, and that's why I told Alice, I said, let's do a video. I don't even think we did the video, did we? Yeah, we did the video. People have to know who they're doing business with. If I'm obscure and you don't know me, okay, here, Lehman's collapsed, nobody knows me. So I write a book. I write this book, come out with it. 6 months later, write a book on closing a deal, okay? We publish that book. We talk about it. This book comes out, If You're Not First, You're Last. I'm talking about it. This is in 1 year, 3 books, okay? If You're Not First, You're Last is a book about how to literally get people to not forget you, okay? That becomes a New York Times bestseller, and then I come out with the 10X rule. This outsells every other business book in airports. Now, why am I writing books? There's no money in books, folks. Why would I write 4 books? The average American reads 1 book a year. Why would I write books? Say again? Notoriety? I'm trying to cover up space. These are losers. I lose money selling books. Okay? Oh, that'd be great, yeah. This is Jared, by the way. Give Jared a big hand. Okay? Jared helped me win some money last night playing blackjack. We dominated. Okay? These people dominate. Watch, look around this place. Can we get you something to drink, huh? Can I get you some cigarettes? Why are they doing that? They don't want you leaving that table. Can they get you insurance? I got some insurance for that 16. Dude, look, if they offer something to you in this town, don't take it. Why am I doing this? Because I want readers to know me. The average American reads 1 book a year. The top CEOs in America read 5 books a month, 60 plus books a year. Okay, you want to be in the game? Read. I buy books. I don't care about the $30 the book costs. You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for $1 million every book I open. I'm looking for $1 million. Okay? I quit looking for $10. I did that when I was a kid. I'm looking for millions now. I'm looking for $1 million. How many believe this is much work to work for $10 as it is for $1 million? It's the same amount of work, man. Same amount of rejection, same amount of uphill. It's the same amount of bullshit. Okay? So you just change the target, okay? If you were homeless and I was going to coach you out of homeless, the first thing I would tell you is not to change your clothes, not change your location, just change your ask. The ask. How about 100, man? How many believe he'd be better off at the end of the day if he was asking for 100 rather than a quarter? Just to change the amount you're asking for. You see what I'm saying? You know, when I go into an organization, I want to do the easy stuff, not the hard stuff. I don't want to change a guy's clothes, location, everything. I just want to change one little thing. So today I'm talking about, man, change what you're reading every day. Change what you're reading. Change the influence that you're getting. A guy gets this book, we heard this last night. He's on the audio version of this book. He goes from $30,000 a month in income to $80,000 a month in income in 1 month. He's been on the program for 4 days. Okay? He's like, oh my God, man, I scored the 4th day I was on the program. He starts listening to it. Everywhere he goes, he's listening to this audio program. All of a sudden, it changes the way he's thinking about how much action he has to take. It takes 10 times the amount of activity. Phone calls, emails. It takes 10 times to burst through noise. Would you agree? Because you're in obscurity with them. Hey, could you meet me tonight? He's thinking about picking up his daughter tonight. You're in obscurity. He doesn't know who you are yet. So if you want to get successful, a couple things you got to do. You got to get certain. How many of you agree with that? Okay? That doesn't mean at this conference this weekend. That means when you leave here, man, what can I cover myself up so that I'm certain? Number 2, how do I get out of obscurity? How do I get to the road? Everybody here should write a book. Everybody in this room should write a book.
Oceania.
You should be writing blogs. You should be tweeting every day, okay? Twitter and Facebook, these are not new things. These are prospecting tools.
Round 1.
These are tools that cost money.
Fight.
And for those of you in the room that kind of like this said, I kind of business too. Anybody ever heard anybody say that? Twitter. I'm not into the ground. Okay? Just crash some old beliefs, okay? Just to see what this does. Deep low base, okay? Somebody got the second hand on their watch. Let me help you. A watch. Let's see.
Round 2. Fight.
How long is that? 10 seconds. 123,000 people will see that. No, you're competing. You're not using the tools available to you. Facebook and Twitter and your friends. LinkedIn. You don't understand. You don't turn this over to one of your people. There's not a person sticking with me and knows more from Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, communicating. Because I could have a social media person that doesn't know how to communicate. Would you agree? He knows all this fancy stuff about Twitter, but he doesn't know how to market. He doesn't know how to get a ticket. You want to get a ticket with people. The third problem you have is they're not thinking about you when they go to pull the trigger. Yeah, I knew you were in real estate. How many had this situation? They didn't list your house because they forgot about you. Oh my God, I forgot. How many had that experience? You failed on number 3. They weren't thinking about you when they were ready to pull the trigger. And number 4, because you lack persistence. It's very difficult to be persistent, particularly if you're living in a thinking that
Round 1.
I'm gonna try once, I'm gonna try twice, I'm gonna try 3 times, and that's it. watch me call one man 15 times in 3 days without a return phone call. Anytime you're gonna call, I'm gonna call you and talk. Well, it worked on you. It worked on you. I mean, this way. You ever seen an ugly guy with a beautiful woman? You ever seen that? How do you do that? That is impossible. I've never seen that before. Okay? I met my wife the first night I moved to Los Angeles. I met her, I knew immediately. I'm like, I'm married. Guarantee you, I know for sure. I called my mom. Hey, I met my wife tonight. You been out with her? Nah, she doesn't have anything to do with me.
Round 2.
Okay, what's my job now?
Fight.
I gotta sell her. I don't need to date her. I gotta sell her. I called her twice a month for 13 months without a return phone call. Yes, my wife. Never meet her. Great chick. 13 months, man. Twice a month. Not one return phone call. Her friends were like, "Grant, you gotta keep calling her." She's like bordering on stalking. If it works, it's stalking. Okay? I need to stay interested. See, this is what people do. They set a target. You remember when you were a kid and you set targets that were big, giant? Had nothing to do with reason? They were giant, right? And then you had some difficulty getting to it, and somebody said what? Dude, your goals are unrealistic. You need to drop your goals and add 40 years and end up with nothing. Certainly not congruent with your potential. How many believe you have more potential than you're going for right now? Dude, it's way up here. It's beyond what you're going for. So you want to set it here. I want to set my targets up here. I never lower a target. Never, ever. That's my target. I'll fail on my targets. My whole lifetime I might fail on that target, but I won't let it go. So when I first started buying real estate, I used to write this down. I own 10 apartments. I own 10 plus apartments. That's all I buy is apartments. I own 10 plus apartments. I own 10 plus apartments. I own 10 plus apartments. First deal I ever bought was 38 units. About 38, I own 100 apartments. I just changed my number. I own 100. Next deal I bought was 40. Next deal I bought was 70. Next deal I bought was 250. Let's go. I got to stay interested. I got to keep my targets up here. I got to keep changing that target so I'm interested. I'm not talking about success, money, accumulation. I'm talking about keeping me interested in my potential. It is my duty. It's my obligation. It's my responsibility. And I would say to you, I guess you can hear the problem. I just want to be sure you guys know, okay? I would say to you that it's your duty, your obligation, and your responsibility to fulfill your potential, and that's actually what success is. Success is not money. Success is, I'm going to get this chick to marry me. Right? I'm gonna get her attention. What was my problem? Uncertainty. Okay, let me X that off, dude. I'm certain she's the right one. Okay, she is the one. Guy calls me on the phone. Hey man, do you have any short sales? Sir, did somebody tell you to ask for me? Do you know how powerful that line is? You know how powerful that opening line is. You have no short sale inventory, nothing, zero. It's been going for 90 days. You got anything that's being short sold, anything up at the bank? Did somebody tell you to ask for me? What did you just say to him? God. You're a guy, right? You didn't say you had any product. You said, I'm your guy. I can help you. We had a bankruptcy 2 years ago. Did somebody tell you to ask for me? Enthusiasm. Where's your enthusiasm at? Oh, yeah. It's in your living room. You're watching Jennifer Lopez on American Idol. That's where you left it right there. Oh, she was so good. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? You know what? Most people are going to spend more time in their life working than any other single thing and not being successful. Man, work is good. It's unbelievable, particularly when you're winning. Right? me having to work for my wife is good for me. Right or wrong? What do I, okay, she doesn't want to go out with me, so I'll lower my target. Let me go get an 8. Okay, that didn't work, let me get a 6. Whatever that is, right? Okay, let me get a 4. All right, I'll just go to a strip joint. That's why most guys, no offense, ladies, but that's why girls, they have the girl they want because they take shortcuts, use too many quick options. When you got to be totally committed. Everybody agree? You got to be completely uncertain. You want $1 million? You want $2 million? You want $5 million? How much money do you want? How much success do you want? How much notoriety do you want? You want a New York Times bestseller? Why can't you have everything? Oh, but I'm 65. So what? Man, Colonel Harlan Sanders made all his money after he was 65 years old. He wasted the first 64 years. Okay? I got a little girl. I have this baby. We have 2 babies right now. Both of them born at my house. We don't go to hospitals. I go to the doctor. My wife's pregnant. Is she really pregnant? Oh my God, I'm so excited. I know I did that. Grant, what hospital y'all going to? We ain't going to a hospital. She ain't sick. She's pregnant. Why would I bring her to a place with sick people? That's just dumb. Grant, man, you got to bring her to the hospital. No, I don't. You got to come to the house and help me. I didn't go to the hospital to have sex with her. I didn't start it there. I ain't gonna finish it there, baby. Grant, you don't know anything about having children. Dude, I don't know anything about most things I did the first time. But you know what? I'm certain we ain't going to a hospital. It's not complicated. She's young enough. She's in good shape. I got a decent head on my shoulders. Don't show me what to do. We're gonna do it at the house. I am not gonna have the single most important single moment of my life robbed by a hospital. Because I get a 3rd row seat and I get to hug a vending machine the whole time. Because they kick me back to the curb and say, get back there, buddy, we're the professionals. I want to be involved. See what I'm telling you? Everything in life. The phone calls, whatever you're doing, what is happening? Get involved in your business or you will be disciplined again. And it's going to be ugly and it's going to be painful for a lot of people. The guy says, you know, Grant, I hear you talk about money a lot, and you know, I just want to tell you, money won't make you happy. I said, yeah, what's your point, dude? Your point is you ain't got any money. That's why you're giving this dumb advice. Because being broke won't make you happy either, okay? I tried the experiment. I went on the experiment. How many have been on the broke experiment? Were you happy? Were you like, oh my God, this is good? Look, if you took $5 million out of the marketplace and you made $5 million from planet Earth, would anybody know an event took place? Would anybody know anything happened? Would you do good things with that money? Good. How many believe the work for $5 million is going to be the same work for $50,000? Same process, same involvement. Look, you're occupied either way, okay? So if you're not sure of your value, if you think you're worth 80 grand, you're worth 80 grand. Would you agree? If you think you're worth 150 grand, you're probably worth 150. If you think whatever you think you're worth, if you're not sure of your own value, your own goals, and what you want, the world will never reward you of what you want, your value, and your goals. Never. It won't happen. Can't happen. I got to remind myself every day, what is my value in the marketplace? What are my goals in the marketplace? What am I worth in the marketplace, okay? What do I deserve in the market? I deserve those 242 units. I deserve to make money on those 242 units. I deserve to sell this house. I deserve to be able to move to Miami. I deserve this woman. I deserve these 2 kids. I deserve to have my kids learn to swim rather than putting a fence around my pool. Because I don't want a fence around my pool. I hate the fence. Teach them how to swim, man. Dominate the kid. Put the kid in the pool every day. Okay? She's 3 days old. I'm dunking her in the pool every day. Try this. Try this. Try this. Try this. Okay? She's not crying. The mom's crying. The baby's like, hey, it's cool, dude. I've been in water for 9 months. Right? My daughter's 1 year old. I can throw her in the pool and walk away. At 1 year old, I can walk away. She can swim the entire length of the pool. At 3, she can swim it underwater. I know, we got friends that are 8 years old. They get around the pool and everybody's freaked out. The point is what? Dominate. Whatever you want, you got to commit all the way in and think in terms of domination, not a spectator. You don't want to be a spectator, folks. Spectators pay, players get paid. Believe. You look at the word up, believe. This is in a Webster dictionary, okay? You probably have one of those. If you don't have one in your house, you can certainly Google it. It's going to say this: to have confidence in the truth, the existence, or the reliability of something, although without absolute proof. How many believe that the real estate market's getting better? Okay. How many believe it could get worse? Okay. That's right. And when it gets worse, what are you going to believe? I'm going to believe, hey, dude, there's still value there. You got good? There's still value there. Okay. How many of you have shown somebody a house before, they didn't pull the trigger, and they regretted it? You know what? Shame on you. Why didn't you shut that deal down? I don't want to pressure anybody. If you won't pressure a client that you like, it's because you don't believe in you, the product, okay, or the company that you represent, period. If you will not pressure somebody to do the right thing, it's something you don't believe in. Look at the word, what it means, to have confidence in the truth. What is the truth? This is a good deal, and you need to do it. You're pressuring me, Grant. I sure am. Now sign right there. Let's do this. It's the right thing. Why? He looks at me and says, what? Oh my God, this guy is so certain. Are you sure it's the right thing? Guarantee it's the right thing. Lean on the pen, let's do it. And you're thinking to yourself, I couldn't do that right now. Dude, I wasn't taught how to do this. I spent 17 years in school. They don't teach you this. You have to train this muscle, okay? If one of your children was crossing the street and you knew it was a bad thing, would you pressure them not to? Exactly. Why is pressure a bad thing? It makes diamonds. But I know so many people in business, I don't want to pressure anybody. Do you need to pressure yourself? You need to cook yourself. You need a necessity level way up here. Look, the middle class in America is failing, folks. It's failing. You know why? Because it doesn't push itself hard enough. It operates on a pyramid based on just enough. I'm going to make enough, vacation enough, save enough, just enough. Oh, forgot to plan on liens. Oh, forgot to plan on foreclosures. Oh, forgot to plan on LIBOR. Oops, forgot to plan on the internet bust. And that's why the middle class is failing. The middle class isn't failing because of politics. Okay, the middle class is failing because the middle class is using the wrong formula. A formula that worked 40 years ago might not work in the U.S. economy today. Right? Maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that 5-day job, maybe that gig's over and maybe it's 7 days now. Maybe it's a 7-day pitch now. I don't know. I know in my life it's 7 days. I'll never, ever have my freedom taken from me again. So it's not money I'm trying to accumulate, it's market share I'm trying to accumulate. I'm trying to accumulate market share so when things soften again, who's left? The strongest player in the market. So although without absolute proof that one is right in doing so, only if one believes in something can one act purposefully. Okay, that means I need to be every day selling myself. I'm going to write a New York Times bestselling book, okay? I'm going to speak to tens of thousands, millions of people on planet Earth. I'm literally reminding myself every day. When I wake up in the morning, I write my goals down. When I go to bed at night, I write my goals down. So the last thing I do every day, I've been doing that for years. Puts me dominating myself in my own thinking. Success formula. Okay, here are 4 steps that I learned when I was 51 years old. I'm like, oh man, there it is. That's it. That's what you've been doing. That's what all the successful people have been doing. Here are 4 steps you must take to create the next level of success in your life. Number 1, you must get attention. Hey. That's what I mean. You gotta get attention. You gotta scream to get it. Okay? The moment you start, hey, you listening to me? The moment you start doing that, you're going to start getting criticism. When you hit that right band, that right tone level of attention, okay, where you're really getting attention, you're going to get criticism. Somebody's going to say, dude, you need to quiet down. You need to bring it down a notch, bro. You freaking. Dude, hey, this is a party. Let's not talk business now. Oh, chill. I'm getting criticism. Is that good or bad? The Kardashians love it. Right? The Kardashians have worked this formula perfectly. Monster attention. No product. There's no product. Huh? Is that a product? That ain't a product, man. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Over and over. Look at that. Look at that. Huh? Look at that, look at that, okay? And she gets criticism. They didn't start banking until they got the haters. They had to get haters. Wherever they got criticism, they actually kept throwing wood on the fire to actually get something bigger than criticism, which was hate, which was, I hate those people. That's what promoted them. It wasn't the promotion that promoted them, it was the disgust for them. Until they move through this fourth step, which is admiration. See, most people stop here. You get a little criticism and you shut it down. I'm calling you back too much? Okay, I won't do that again. You should call him back more. You send an email back. Hey, quit sending me emails. No, you should double up. Okay? You should stay with the cycle until you close the cycle, folks. Why? Because you believe. You believe it's the right thing to do. Belief is not some esoteric thing. Belief is some action you take all the time in the marketplace. Say, hey, I'm doing the right thing for you. You just don't know it. Your confidence, okay? You got to build it until you're invincible. That's why you come to this. That's why you read books. That's why you bury yourself in audio programs. The internet is a very dangerous place today because you can look at anything. What do these people have in common, okay? There's Michael Jordan, Warren Buffett, Steve Jobs, Oprah, a Navy SEAL, and my mother, okay? You know what they have in common? This. Greatness has in common immersion. They're immersed completely in their environment. Number two, they're dedicated, completely dedicated. Three, they have total commitment. My mother was as committed as Warren Buffett is. Do you know what Warren Buffett spends most of his time doing? Reading. Most of his time during the day is spent reading. And they're duty-driven. All those people are duty-driven, okay? Whether it was my mom, Oprah, Steve Jobs, Warren Buffett, at some point it was no longer for money, it was duty. It's my obligation. It's some sense of, I have to do this. So what do you hear me say today? What do you hear me say? Immerse yourself, okay? You have to immerse yourself right now with reading, the right reading, audio programs, video. Find YouTube channels that are good for you to where you can watch YouTube. Like, we started dropping videos on YouTube maybe 24 months ago. We dropped about 900 videos on YouTube. That's what got me my TV show. People saw me on YouTube. The UK found YouTube videos 2 weeks ago. We love what you're doing on YouTube, man. Can you come out to the UK and do a TV show? Why? I'm breaking through obscurity. Anybody can do this, folks. Anybody can do this. This is not about apology. This is about massive amounts of action to get attention for yourself, your brand, your company, your products, your ideas, your dream. Then this is what I would tell you to do, okay? And I'm going to close out here. Number one, I would immerse yourself in books, audio, video, daily, okay? You hit all three of those where I'm reading something, listening to something, and watching something. These are completely different ways to learn. Number two, you want to test your abilities. Actually, if you have employees, you need to test their abilities. Just because somebody's good at what they do doesn't mean they have abilities. You want to test their abilities with assignments, tests, and drills. Look, the economy needs people like me and you driving the marketplace. It's entrepreneurs and businesses that build economies. Would you agree? It's me and you, not governments. Governments do not build economies. People build economies. Entrepreneurs, people with ideas, people that are driven. You, people like Alex, are the ones that make the economy. Frankly, it's your duty as an American to be a role model and recreate this economy. Thank you very much.
Giant. Alright. Now we want to be learning more than one thing at once, I guess, which adds a lot of pressure to the mind. Which is good. So we're going to use the word pressure today, make a Yeah, we're coming out with the pressure. We're talking about the long stuff. Yeah, tape measures. I don't know what the pressure is on the end of the tip, kids, but I do know how to skid lids under the back wheels of my Hyundai and shit. And when I say shit, it means I've run out of rhymes and I don't know how to say any of it. That's why we practice, so that we learn how to knack this and black this and blacklist can take the piss. Fuck that shit. Like, you don't blacklist anything. If you fucking hate it, verse it more. And I'm being serious, cunts. Don't be little fucking pussies galore. Like, it's okay to lose, dudes. We all lose every day. So don't feel bad for doing something everyone does, mate. I'm fuck. Wow. I'm Pressure's predecessor. Fuck, that was so hard to... That sounded so much cooler in my mind. Fucking wow. Treasure pressure? Letter pressure? Oh, I don't know about that. That's not, doesn't rhyme. Yeah, we endeavour to have fair weather with the pressure coming out in the southern pressure and clever. I don't know, maybe the bird dropped the sea feather with the white feather and there was two together and under the same type of pressure. Ooh, that was pretty bad, but we're getting there. It's about there. We are not the repressors, we are the pressure. We come whichever way, it doesn't matter, mate. Fucking hell. Suck, cunt. Throw together and pressure don't rhyme. What the fuck is this shit? Lies. What the hell is Hather? Oh, I'm getting rid of this. We need better content. I need better content. That's retarded. Fuck it, bro, we'll just spit it off the top of the head, huh? Yeah, we like it hard, we fucking go hard. Harder like a window-licking retard that didn't fucking get up at the start of the day, mate. We know how to play, fundamentally A, but nothing else, eh? Like A, one day I might get good, A. But today is not that day, I know that. That's okay. I will be whack. I will be shit. I'm okay with that. I don't care. It's when I get good that you will have to watch out for attacks coming from the left and the right because I know how to fight at that time, right? Right now I don't, obviously. But that's okay. Just like I never knew how to MC, I'll learn how to fight. And I'll start bad, alright? I mean, I'm still bad at both of those skills, but 10 years will come still. And I'll come still. Right, don't tell me about crush counters. You don't even know renounce right. You don't even know what you're talking about, son. Unless you're a warlord, I don't want to hear what you've got to say, cunt. Because they're the only people that I'm going to listen to because they're the only one that made it. Like, you want to fucking say it? Well, make sure that you fucking back it up, mate. You got to be great. And I want you to perfect me doubles in one round, right? And then I'll fucking listen to what you have to say, but still, I don't know. See, I've already been the best on the planet at something. It may not be this, but, you know, it's not as if I don't have any experience. I mean, I played it before, I used to play Street Fighter 4, I was training for Evo. And I still don't know how to do light punches and kicks. Like... I know the level of skill that I need to have, and right now, it's not looking good, it's bad. Yeah, dog. I bet you never seen a jury play like me, cause they'll use shit like Raya Dunsey. See, I don't wanna fucking use that triangle crouch, like fuck that. And get the fuck out. I use my medium kick because it cancels and shit, and it is pretty fucking sick. Yeah, it might do a little bit less damage, son, but fuck, I can combo everything from one move, cunt. I don't use that triangle shit. You know why? Because everyone else does it. I don't want to look and be like everyone else. I'm gonna set my own pace and fucking cause my own hate being shit, but it is what it is. If you don't like being shit, you'll never be good. Have you seen that combo before? Have you seen that come out on this floor? No, you have not before. You want to know why? Because you cannot read me, guys. Do you know what I'm going to do next? Well, the chances are you're probably not, and you're going to get your neck snapped and mean fuck whack like, did he see that overhead coming? I doubt that. Like, I don't care if he wins, I just care if he fucking knows what I'm doing or not. Damn, son. Would have been nice to come back from that one. Oh no! Yes! Cool. Because if that had well, it wouldn't have auto switched. If he had timed that correctly, I would have been fucked. But he didn't realise what I was doing, so he actually went to shoot for that one. Like I don't want to be involved in the meta that is already established, because you've all tried that and it doesn't work. I'm like, where? Alright, cool. Okay, so I just figured out. See, like, this is the shit that people aren't gonna teach you. Like, they're gonna teach you, it's 6 minus on block so you can punish. Like, fuck that shit. Like, that's gay. So you just learn that over time. Like, because you do a move a certain amount of times and you fucking copping it for it, you're soon or later gonna realize, hey, if I do this, that happens. I better not do that. So there's no point in focusing on that at all. Like, because that comes with time. The only time that you should ever focus on that is when it becomes an inherent issue. And it's obviously a glaring fault in your play that someone is exploiting. Therefore, then you should, you know, go, alright, how do I counter this? Fucking then you have a look at the frame data and see what your options are. Like, that is how you should look at frame data, in my opinion. Like, you don't need to fucking know every data of every move, like, for every matcher. Like, it's just useless information. Like, you want, like, effective and varied actions that kick ass. Like, you don't want to fucking get caught into other people's games of combo strings and all that sort of shit. Like, you know, if... So you are half of this game that we're playing here, right? Like, there's half of a person and another half of a person. Like, between the two of you, like, without saying it, you establish a meta between yourselves. Like, you get used to someone that you play, and you get used to each other's patterns, and then you get used to, like, you build a meta, like a sub-meta between yourselves, right? Like, now that relationship happens with everyone. Like, even if I went and versed Dago right now, like, the things that I do in battle would have an effect on him, regardless of whether or not I was good or fucking terribly shit. Because you are half of what's happening on the screen. So the established meta of frame data and what you're supposed to do in certain situations only applies if you agree to it. Right? Like, if you study those things and look for those things and, like, work around those things, then obviously that's what you're gonna do. Right? Like, so you inherently become, like, you know, funneled down that hole. Like, if I wanted to play mainstream and be mainstream, I'd go play fucking Fortnite. Like, I don't think that my way is better. I just know that your way isn't the best. Because no one's way can be. And there's always room for improvement. And, you know, I'm pretty good at improving things. Like, maybe I'll just give it a go and we'll see. There, so that's an inherent flaw. So this is my flaws instead. I'm looking at flaws completely differently. Like, everything that I do and focus on is about mobility, man. Like, I don't want to fucking get involved in like combo strings and like now it's my turn to fucking attack. Like, I don't want you to know when it's your fucking turn to attack, cunt. That's the thing. Like, there's no turns for attack. Like, illusion. Like, the frames right now are ticking. Like, and whatever you input into the frame system is what happens in the match. Like, there's no turns. There's no like, oh, you finished your combo string, so now it's my turn. No. Like, as soon as you think like that, you're fucked. Like, you don't, like, you're blinded by the meta. Like, it may seem like that's the way the game is played, like, inherently, but you don't even know that the things that you're looking at out of your eyes is exactly what's in front of you. Like, we are blinded by the dullness of our senses.
Round 1. Fight. Round 2. Fight.
Damn. Damn, son.
Final round. Fight.
Well, that doesn't work. Yeah, maybe it does. Let's see how you can get in. Alright. Alright. Cool. So we're both learning here, see? Like, see that sacrifice I made for us? Oh no! I've lost!
You lose.
You might think the only reason you say that is so that you can justify your losses. And if you think that, get the fuck out, cunt.
Round 1. Fight.
See, he's playing like everyone else. He's playing safe. I'll just grab him to death if I want, you know? But I don't. You know why? Because I want to learn how to get in on people that are blocking. Like, you know what I mean?
You annoying bastard. Round 2. Fight. Final round. Fight.
Right there, when he was doing that, I was trying to land the light punch in, because I wanted to see if it fucking gets through, and it just doesn't look like it does, but I'll need to do it at least another 100 times before my brain, like, understands that it can't do that. Like, it just seems that there's this lag that you have, well I have, and my way to work around it is just to be patient and work on what you think is right, which for me at the moment is fundamentals and movement, because, like, you know, let's have a look at this. I'm gonna have a look at that last battle, right? Now, everyone plays on autopilot in their mind, like, and it's hard to, you don't realize it, but, and that's the thing, like, to integrate your mind's autopilot, like, fluidly without, like, you know, it causing too many disruptions in the systems, you don't see the transition of when you go from conscious thought to automative fucking response. And at all times your brain thinks that it's doing what you want it to, and that's an illusion. Because it's not. You can catch it out quite clearly. Like, and that is the struggle. That's like where I'm at right now, is I'm trying to prevent my mind from entering autopilot at all. Like, that's fucking like pretty much what I'm trying to do at the moment. And that's why I say I'm still on light punch, because I am. I haven't gotten I can't even like play the game properly yet at all.
Round 1. Fight.
Now you see that there? Like, let's watch that again.
Round 2. Fight. Round 1. Fight.
How many juries do you think that guy has seen do that before? Now, you see how he did that little like light punch there, right? Afterwards, he's like, I can see what's happening in his mind. He's gone, oh fuck, like, whoa, and then he's pressed light punch in subconscious reflexing of testing out his own like solid like solidity with the move, or like his own efficiency or ability with it. Like, you know, it was subconscious. That punch there was subconscious.
Round 2. Fight. Round 1.
Ready? He does the light punch. You'll see what I mean. There. Like, that light punch wasn't an accident, and it wasn't throwing a shape. Alright, this is the part where I was like, look, I could just go in and keep grabbing him or whatever. Was it? Maybe? Probably not. See, now talking about frame data, now when I finish my EX Fuha, I'm -2 on block. Alright? Now, you need to know that. Like, you need to know that. Because it's a tight -2. Like, a lot of people don't realize that they can actually get in on it. Because it is a -2. Right? Now, your argument to this will be, but Sash, people that know how to play will know that that's a -2 on block, and then therefore they will know that it is their turn to do a move, and that is how this game is played. And I will return with, yes, that is how this game is played by you. I just want you to understand that I understand how this works. I just don't understand why you play like that. Because in my mind, like, that situation comes up. If it comes up in a pattern, yeah. It's like, I know that's -2 on block. I know that's -2 on block. I know that's -2 on block. Right? But there will be situations where they are thinking about something else and it slips their mind, as fucking obvious as it is. Like, you can use the most obvious things to catch out the most intelligent people. Like, it's important to realize that I don't care about winning or losing. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I am bronze. Like, if I can't maintain a higher ranking with only doing lights and stuff like that and trying stuff out, then that's my rank. If you play ranked and you have a blacklist and it's full of people that you don't like playing because they beat you, or because they lag and they beat you, or like, cause generally the only reason someone's on a blacklist is because they can beat you because you can't talk to the person. Like, and if it was laggy and you can't handle the lag but you were still beating them, you wouldn't blacklist them because you were still beating them. So why would you blacklist them? The only reason you blacklist someone that's laggy is because you lose in the lag compared to them. So they're better at fighting in lag than you are, basically. And that's big. Because I can tell you right now, someone that's good at fighting in lag is going to be pretty fucking good when they're like, there's no lag. Just how it works. It's like playing soccer with a tennis ball and then, you know, you get used to it. You just get used to it, man, because it's all you've got. And then fucking you go back to playing with a fucking soccer ball and you're like, whoa, what's this Jupiter sized fucking thing? Like, and you boot it into the stratosphere because you've been playing with a tennis ball your whole life. You know? Like, that's the thing. Like, you do. Frame data is important. It's very, very important. Meaties are important. Frame killing's important. Like, everything's important. It's all important. There's no, like, one thing takes precedence over another. If you don't attack, you don't win. If you don't block, you will die. If you can't move, you will get crossed up and die. Like, you know, you need to be able to, like, manage what you consider to be important and prioritize. And for me, right now, like, I don't want to get into a situation where the fucking combo string ends and then it's your turn. Like, you don't want that to happen. Like, they're bad. That's bad. You want to continually have the option to continue and apply pressure all the fucking time. Like, don't worry about her fucking not having stores. Like, her normals are well good enough. You can kill everyone in this game with a light punch and light kick. I promise you that. And if you can't, then how are you gonna fucking do it at the top levels? So you better fucking, you know, bring yourself back to reality and realize that if you can't maintain that level of skill with merely just light punches and light kicks, then you're delusional. And if you don't feel that way, then don't compare yourself to me, because that's how I'm playing. Like, we're not playing the same way. Like, we're not playing in the same league. Like, my league is like ultra hardcore fucking Sash faggot league, where we sit here and grind for fucking 20 hours a day on light punch. Now, at any point of time during that little section of fighting, were you able to read what was going to come next? Now, regardless of whether or not it was effective, that doesn't matter. It's whether or not you knew what I was doing that matters. Because I'll refine whatever I'm doing and make it effective over time. What I need to continue to focus on and maintain is the fact that you can't fucking understand what's going on. You get me?
Final round. Fight.
So, like, 'cause it all starts with the basics, right? Like, if you can build a sick car, right? Like, design it wicked, have like fucking like sick, like everything, fastest car on the planet, best aerodynamics. But if the materials that you make that car out of are shit, it's just gonna fucking fall to bits. Doesn't matter how good you design it. Right? You need the solid, like, you need your materials to be flawless. Okay? And in this game, your materials are light punch and light kick, right? If you can't kill a person with only using those, then you should probably practice more. Because, I don't know, like, up at the top levels, like, they're only using lights, really. Like, they follow up and collect with the combo, yeah, but that's after a light. Like, and that's, generally speaking, majority of the time. Of course, there are exceptions. Say, it would be about each... I'd actually like to see the statistics, to be honest. I might actually waste some time in researching a series to see how, like, you know, what the percentages actually are of light confirm entries compared to everything else. Because if light confirm entries are the main entry into, like, getting in there against the people that know how to play the game the very best, then that is all you should be focusing on. Because that's all that really fucking matters. The rest just comes with time. Movement, evasion, and speed. Like, fuck ending strings and meaty, like, fuck that shit. You want to be unpredictable, fast, like, you know, we're sick cunts, we can do this. We can do anything. Any of us can. You've just got to commit to it. I'll show you, watch.
Round one. Fight.
Okay, so here, what we'll do is, we'll just test him out, see what he's got. He's getting frustrated. Like, it wouldn't have mattered if I won or lost that. That's not what we're doing here. It's important to, like, it's hard for me to keep that in mind myself. Unlucky. I shouldn't, like, I wasn't aiming to win.
You win.
Like, when I start getting like aimy to winny, that's like when I go and have a walk and I'm like, oh, you can't. Like, what are you doing? Like, it doesn't matter. You're still a rookie, cunt. Like, you gotta be rookie for a long time. Like, go back to learning light punch, faggot. So I was trying to kill him with V skill only.
A foolish insect.
Round 2. Fight.
This is how you play, this is how you fucking become the best, mate. Like, I don't care what you gotta fucking say. I don't think you've ever been the best at anything, have you, mate? So it's not like you know what you're talking about, so just sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up now. Mental damage for him. You see, I knew there was another round coming. You know when you're in a battle and shit goes down and then you're like, what the fuck's happening? I don't know what's going on. Like, and fucking you do like stupid moves and like nothing you do makes sense and you make mistakes. Like, I don't want that ever to happen in my play ever. And it's because you think you know what's coming up that happens. Because if you don't know what's happening and you don't expect anything to be happening, you can't be confused with the result of what's happened. Now, the hard bit for me is actually getting enough shapes out that are confusing enough before getting my ass fucking destroyed. Like, because a lot of people in this are very aggressive. So they don't give you the fucking time or the space to, like, get yourself in the groove and warm up and fucking all that shit. Like,
Round 1.
and that's how it is. Meaty. See? Okay, well, thanks for showing me that, because now we know when he triggers, we don't touch him. Or her. Whatever.
You win.
What's this 4FM shit? I don't have sponsor. Or is it because of the ads? Like, fucking hell, Capcom. I can see why they did it. At least they give you the option. You know?
Fight.
I like that. They're like, you can deal with the advertising if you want this. Like, you know, we give you the option to keep the game clean though. Which is beautiful. Thank you, Capcom. Like, because most companies would just do it.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, yes, nice by him. I really didn't think that he was going to expect that. Well done.
Final round.
Thought he thought I was going to grab him, hey? Wow, fuck off, fly, you can't. Raid.
You win.